I went to see a guy because I was in the city visiting some friends at the time. And, dating apps are readily available. And the great thing about dating apps is no matter your location, it will pinpoint where you are and give you sexy candidates, most of the time sexy candidates, people that you can possibly fuck, be you bottom, be you top, in your area. So I was in a new area, so I wanted to see what the area had to offer. This is something that us men do, especially in the gay society, especially in society as a man, period. So I wanted to see what the area had to offer. And I met this man, and he was older. He was an older man. He was well endowed. And he was a very handsome, very attractive man, much older than I was. So what happened was I agreed to see him. And at this time, I was still wrestling with the fact that I did not want to be a bottom, but I wanted to see this man, and I knew that he wanted to fuck me. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to see this man, but how I was going to talk myself into getting fucked. Because for me, it was a whole ordeal for me to prepare to get fucked. It was a lot. There was a lot of mental shit that I had to put aside to even do the act. And people didn't even know about that. That was part of my anxiety. So I'm so glad that I don't have to do that anymore, because I am who I am today. But anyway, back to the story. So I was putting this shit aside. So I wind up, GPS location. He gave me his location to where he was. And I took my happy ass over there trying to contemplate how I was going to prepare myself to get fucked. And the thing about it was, I figured he's well endowed, yes, but he's also older, so he's experienced. He knows what he's doing. Funny thing is, when he hears this, he's going to know that I'm talking about him, because the experience was so fucking bad. But anyway, here we go. So I get to his house. He answers the door. He clearly works out. Beautiful body, beautiful face, fresh lineup. I'm talking about his hair, everything. Fingers look beautiful. Toes look beautiful. He was a beautiful man in, little shorts he had on, I want to say athletic shorts, but, yeah. And, a shirt, but the shirt was, barely hanging on by a thread because his muscles were so bulging, etc. So I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. It's going to be okay. He's the type of man I like anyway, so maybe I'll be able to talk myself through this ordeal of getting fucked. I came here to be with this man. I'm getting fucked. So this is what's going on in my head. So turn around and we talk for a second, and I mean a second. And then literally I'm in his bedroom, in his bed. Now, mind you, I'm taking off my clothes. He's taking off his clothes. I normally like to take the clothes off of my sexual partner, but let's just be honest. I didn't know this guy very well. And most of us that run around these metropolitan cities don't know these guys very well. We don't know each other very well. We don't know each other's real first and last names. The shit's got to stop, basically. And I'm so glad that I've been celibate for 8 years, because the shit had to stop with me. I was tired of perpetuating the shit. But anyway, back to the story. So, I'm in his bed and I'm undressing, and he's smiling, and he likes what he sees, because I've always been a very beautiful, beautifully boned person. Boned is not a word, but, beautifully boned person. And then I was athletic. I worked out. I ran track. I was in my track days at that time. So I worked out. I ran track. I was more slender. The things that you think a bottom should be, I was. So long hair, beautiful. So I'm in his bed, and he and I are, playing around. There's foreplay. There's things like that. So I felt comfortable. We weren't really at penetration that point. So I felt comfortable enough to roll over on my stomach. He's, massaging my back. He's kissing my back. He's grinding against my ass with his dick, basically. Now, mind you, one thing I always am is I'm a stickler for protection. You don't know these people. You don't know where they come from. Although all porn today is raw, but we have to remember, guys, that's porn. These people are getting paid to do the scene. It's all set up. It's not exactly how it goes in real life, and you should always use a condom. Always. You can't say the Queen of Shade didn't warn you. Use a condom. So, I don't think anything of it. He's grinding. He's an affluent man, great environment, great smells, great body, beautiful person. And I'm laying in his bed, so he's grinding against me. Now, this is the thing that me and my best friend were talking about tonight. This man looked at me and thought, because I was beautiful, because I was so readily able to come over to his house and so readily able to get into his bed, that I was a whore. He thought that I did this on a regular. He assumed that I did this on a regular. And he assumed that I was well broken in as a bottom. Little did he know, and you know, because I'm telling you the story now, I was not. I didn't do it that often, especially when I was younger. So he's grinding on me. And this is where the story takes a bad turn. He's grinding on me, and he's thinking that, a lot of guys that are into submissive position or bottoming, they practice, they use dildos, they use different things, different sex toys to kind of get their anus, their ass used to taking dick, and dick of a particular size. You can buy a dildo in any size that you want to get used to being able to take. So thus was the situation. He was well endowed. So he thought I was a whore. I can't be mad at him. So that's why I'm not going to call his name. I can't be mad at him because we didn't talk. He didn't know me from a can of spray paint. He figured he was going to put on a condom, fuck me. I would go on my way, and it would be nothing. So I can't be mad at him about this, but it didn't go exactly how either of us planned. So he's grinding on me. And in the process of grinding, I don't know why he got the bright idea that he would be able to just insert the head, playing around, which is dangerous too, because the head, especially if the person is, they have pre-cum, they ejaculate prematurely, the fluids start running. You can catch disease by this. I'm just giving you a lesson and a warning. Be careful, because you can still catch diseases by the head. So turn around, and I don't know what he thought, but he thought that I was well broken in. So in a moment, it went from him, making me comfortable and me feeling hot and me relaxing, to him literally jamming his dick into my ass. And I don't mean the whole way, because what he discovered was that I did not do this on a regular, and I was very tight. He didn't even get the head in. That's how tight I was. But it hurt so bad that not only did I let out I didn't scream. It was just more of a pain. It was like, oh, I turned around and socked him in his face.